Welcome to another episode of Titan PI TV, where we're looking at the inside workings of a live investigation agency, that being here, Titan in Derby. We're also available on podcasts wherever you download your podcasts. It's Titan PI TV podcast. I'm Simon Henson. I am your host and also Managing Director of Titan Private Investigation Limited. So we're following on from last week's episode, which was looking at surveillance, the field craft, what the operatives should be looking at and concentrating on. So following on from that, I've got a feeling that I'm being followed. So if you look behind me, I believe there is a person in a white top, black trousers, white socks and white trainers who I've noticed on multiple occasions. So we've got options now. Two options really. So we want to perform anti-surveillance, and the options are: do we do that overtly so that the surveillance team are aware that we're spooked and we're aware that we're being followed, or do we do it a little bit more intelligently, which is covertly? And when we do it covertly, it means the surveillance team aren't aware that we're switched on and we've potentially been spooked. So there's many ways in which we can do this. One of them might be just to continue on our normal routine, whatever we'd planned to do in Derby town centre today, and we would just try and get multiple sightings of individuals. So it might be that the chap that I've highlighted is working alone. It could be that he's working in a two-person, or it could be working in a proper three-team ABC format. If he's working alone, it's likely to be fairly unprofessional, because a one-man surveillance isn't done. Could be that he's working in a two-person surveillance, so they've got the eyeball and a backup, or it could be they're working more professionally with three operatives, which is how foot surveillance should be done. So I could continue. But what I could do is I could do something overt, which is I could deviate left and right, or I could do a U-turn, or I could just stop suddenly to see if they all stop as well. But that's overt. Other ways which we can do it would be to try and trap the operatives, to draw them into an alleyway. So apologies for the noise, but there's an alleyway just here actually. So I could draw them into an alleyway where there's no other alternative routes. And I'll just see if they follow me. This is the alleyway. There's no route to the near side or the offside. So if they want to keep control of me, they've got to enter that alleyway. So if we look behind, is it just me in this alleyway, or are there other people? So that would be drawing someone into what we call a choke point. Other ways we could do it, we could do counter surveillance. So we could employ a surveillance team to monitor my movements from a distance to see if there is a surveillance team between them and me. I could do it covertly by stopping and looking in a shop window and using the reflections of that shop window to see if there is anyone watching me. I would certainly suggest the best way to do it is not overtly, it would be covertly, because if we do it overtly, they're going to be aware that I'm no. So next time, well, any surveillance team worth their salt will stand down. Then they will go back to the drawing board and work out how to surveil me next time. And no doubt they will treat me with a little bit of respect next time, to the point I might not notice that they're there. So it would make sense to covertly try and identify, gain as much intelligence on these people as I can whilst I know they're behind me, to find out what they're wearing, what they look like, how many of them is there, and we need to try and find out how good they are. So that's another episode done. What we're going to cover in the next episode is clearing corners. So how a surveillance team should clear a corner safely, being able to go around that corner without someone like me doing anti-surveillance by stopping around that corner to see who comes around with me, or being a little bit more overt and actually challenging them. So that's another episode of Titan PI TV. Please give us a thumbs up, or if you don't want to miss further episodes, please subscribe. Once again, you can download Titan PI TV podcast wherever you download your podcasts. Thanks for listening.